Welcome back to 0 to 60. Today, we're back on my Supercharged M5 and we're going to see if we can sort this blow-off valve out and get this thing boosting properly. Genuinely nervous about turning traction on. Whoa, okay, let's stop. Just be ready for it to go sideways. No sideways. Fucking naughty! Oh no. Sugar. Well, from my previous video where we realised that this thing isn't boosting like it should be, we had a lot of useful comments come through, and I'm now hoping / thinking that it's just this blow-off valve is just a little bit old, and from its accident it was well, I know it was parked for quite a few months, so in that time it was parked up, not being used. It could have got gunked up or jammed up or something, and it's just not operating like it should, and it's becoming like a permanent bypass valve, just letting the boost straight out. So like some of you guys recommended, I'm just going to pull this thing off, pull it apart, give it a good clean, lube it up with some hydraulic oil and see if that frees it up, and see if we can get this supercharger boosting like it should be. So let's get into it. Okay, now that it's off, it actually doesn't feel too bad to just push like that, but we'll crack it open and see what it's like on the inside. Now, funnily enough, I couldn't get an Allen key to fit these small ones. I thought it was going to be a 3mm, but 3mm is way too small and a 4mm is way too big. I tried the Imperial sizes as well, and yeah, there wasn't anything that fits it. So I've just grabbed a Torx bit, and I think it's a T25 maybe, that actually fits in there nicely. So yeah, I'll just crack them all carefully. Cool, that was a tight one. Okay, I've only pulled one other blow-off valve apart. It was from my Evo, and it was a little bit different to this. So this, I don't know, hopefully, yeah, I'll just get some more light. Give me 2 secs. So if you can see in there, so this one does only have that small, it's almost like a valve where it seals. Yeah, the other one that I'd pulled apart previously had like a massive piston that did the sealing. So it is just that small cap, but nothing feels gunked or jammed up or anything. It all moves very smoothly and very freely. There's no play anywhere. I was just thinking if maybe if there was something on that lip just there that could stop it from having a perfect seal. And the other thing is it's got this rubber seal, which, so the cap sits over there, and obviously as the blow-off valve actuates, that rubber seal sort of unfolds and then folds itself back up. But I'll give it all a clean and lube everything up a little bit, put it back together and see if it does make any difference, and if not, yeah, I might have to do a vacuum test and see if there's any leaks anywhere else. that actually feels better. That returns, it feels like there's more tension on the spring. Oh, that feels way better. I'm really surprised, actually. That's incredible. That feels awesome. All right, let's pop this thing back on. Well, it's all on there tightly. Vacuum hose is back on there. I'll start it up and see if it's still blowing all that air at idle. Although people were saying it was supposed to blow air at idle, but maybe not that much. Still very blowy. Shut it up. Pretty strong vacuum. Opens it straight up. Ugh. So I feel like that's climbing, it's coming closer to vacuum. I can't rev it, it's not got heat in it. Well, it does seem to be responding a little bit quicker now, just with tiny little blips on the throttle, does seem to shut that bypass, the air that's coming straight through the bob quicker. So maybe just cleaning it and lubing it up again has done the trick. I'll see if you can, I can't rev it too much because it's dark, but if you can see the boost gauge in, it's coming straight up to zero vacuum quicker than it was previously. So rather than piss the neighbours off too much tonight, I'll shut it down now and then tomorrow morning get some proper heat into the car, go for a drive and see if that has done the trick. Fingers crossed. Okay, we're just doing a quick light check on the car. As you can see, the weather has made a turn for the worst. Unfortunately, it's just been raining all day. I've been waiting for it to dry up and it just hasn't. This is about as dry as it's been all day, but it is starting to get dark, so apologies for the low light, but I am dying to see if this has fixed it. So I'm gonna load the cameras up now, the car's warming up, come along for a drive, and we'll see if it's fixed it. Hear that whine?
I did. It sounded like a stereo whine.
Yeah, that's unusual.
How's your fuel level?
Fuel is quarter.
Sweet.
There it is.
Could be fuel pump. Hope the fuel pump's dying. That was zero vacuum then.
You ready?
Yep. No boost.
No boost. I wasn't up it.
I bet you've still got to, it's got to be on the load, I reckon.
Yeah.
Because if the engine isn't
Drawing
sucking,
more than the presser,
then the blow-off valve will stay open.
yes. You reckon the second left?
Yeah, it's longer.
The one coming.
It's not making too much noise.
No. Seems okay. Everything's relatively smooth.
And I think it's around here. Oh no, it's a bit further. I just do a Yui wherever you see a nice driveway.
Like this one.
Yeah.
Oh no. Sugar. Sugar.
Go. You see where my phone went?
Yeah, I got it.
Sweet. And there's the bloody car cover.
Oh, the fuel has just gone to 0.
Okay, let's head back. Let's head to the service station, actually.
Oh my god.
Well, that's eventful. So, just so everyone knows what's happened, before we could actually accelerate, the car stalled and then the fuel gauge went to 0.
It's gone from quarter, and as you said, what's the gauge on? I'm like, it's actually been on a quarter since I've had the car. I'm like, that's a bit weird, isn't it? But I haven't really driven it, really. But then again, this thing sucks fuel like bloody water.
And we're about 1 kilometre from the petrol station, so shit. But that'll be what that whining was. It's low on fuel.
Man, that's not good for anything. Now I can't load it up. It's all right. I'll baby it to the petrol station.
It's not spluttered yet, so it's not that low. Don't stall it again. All right. I'm ready. Roll it on. Go on. Go on. 5 PSI. Okay, wait. That's quite quick.
Yes, it is.
Holy shit. That was 5 PSI. We got 5 PSI.
Good. It is working.
And you weren't at the red line either, so...
No, it was climbing.
Well, I'm pretty confident that was 5 PSI.
It felt pretty good, to be fair. That felt pretty good.
Yeah, I got scared. I didn't get scared last week.
Traction control was on, and it's slippery wet. Like, it's not just wet, it's slippery at the moment. But it was sorting it out.
I'm genuinely nervous about turning traction on. Like, going down the...
Fucking naughty!
I'm ready. Whoa. Okay, let's stop fucking... Fuck off.
Sorry, that was... I understand that was too much then. It felt really good. That was like an animal, bro.
Fucking hell, man. I'm fine with that. That's fine. But the speed you were going next to those walls without traction was... Oh, I looked at the gauge. I reckon it was over 5 PSI. We were making some power. Well, you fixed it.
Hells yeah.
You have fixed your blow-off valve.
And the boost and the power. That was like a different car compared to that first drive, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's quite scary. Pardon my French. Wow. Our cars are getting too quick, Dave. I don't like it.
Bro, N54 is great and everything, but that noise and how snappy that is.
Savage. Like the N54 builds boost and it comes in.
It pulls like a freight train, but this is just, it's going to punch you in the face.
It's like you're not on power and then all of a sudden, holy shit.
You have all of the powers, yeah.
Awesome. Oh. Thank you for another scary trip, David.
Job done.
Yeah, you fixed it. Scared the shit out of me.
Great success.
I guess I deserved it after yesterday.
Yeah, what's fair is fair, right? N54 versus S62. This is going to be a good battle.
It is. I'm starting, when you first got this, I'm like, you're not going to have a chance. Like, I'm just going to leave you for dead. But now, that on 5 PSI is feeling pretty wild. And again, I guess it's a 5 litre. You're getting 5 PSI into a 5 litre.
It's still, I think roll racing, the N54 is going to...
Might have the legs.
It's going to have this.
But I reckon on a street roll-on.
I think, and around corners, I'm so surprised at how well this thing handles for a 5 Series. It is. So, there's going to be all sorts of races coming up once this thing's fixed and once your N54 sorted, so it's going to be some good times, but just now I'm just stoked that it's...
Actually, if anyone's made it this far, write in the comments which is better, N54 or S62? Supercharged S62. I'm curious. I want to see who's got my back.
Alright, yeah, let us know, guys. What are you voting for? Actually, I'll put a poll.
That's the way to do it.
Team N54 or Team S62?
I reckon we got this, boys. But I've got to credit where it's due. That is a crazy engine, and this car just sounds wild with those headers.
It's coming together really nicely. We've got, this week, we've got to find time to start repairing the front.
Actually, pretty much, fingers crossed, all the mechanical side of my turbo stuff's finished. So we'll be able to put some time aside to actually get a bonnet bolted onto this, and then we can actually get it to a panel shop. Get this process underway. It's got to happen. Now the turbos are done. Yeah, so that was a big thing. But for now, I am just stoked that that BOV is actually doing what it should do, and we're getting proper boost. And that's what it was.
Yeah, that was awesome. And the car, it has come alive. The car has been transformed. People have thought just 5 PSI makes all the difference. Yeah.
All right, guys.
Thank you very much for watching.
Peace.